Kyle Busch could have a decision within 2 weeks. Kevin Harvick discusses the safety of the new car, and Austin Dillon is getting a new crew chief. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you are doing good today. All right, Kyle Busch is getting ever closer to making a decision. He said it could come, or at least it should come, within the next 2 weeks. Let's take a look at this tweet from Bob Pockrass. Kyle Busch won't put a timeline, but it seems like in the next 2 weeks he could have a decision. Some of what he said Thursday about where he is at in negotiations. So that is on Bob Pockrass' Twitter. You can go there if you want to see the videos. But to sum it up for you, because I'm personally tired of talking about this, I just want something to happen. I feel like all of these rumors are just leading nowhere. But to sum it up, Kyle Busch said he has several offers on the table and that he wanted it to be done yesterday and that it should come within the next 2 weeks. So that is the cliff notes of it, and we will find out. He said he had several offers. He said the 18, and all the other ones were still on the table, so we will see what happens, hopefully here in the next few weeks. All right. A lot of talk about the safety of the car has come out after Daytona. NASCAR seems to be in denial mode. The drivers seem to want NASCAR to do something about it. Let's take a look also, this tweet from Bob Pockrass. NASCAR says drivers are feeling the wrecks more because they are wrecking at higher speeds and different angles than they have in the past. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick have disputed that as the reason they are feeling the effects of the crash more. So once again, this looks like NASCAR is burying its head in the sand and ignoring the problem. The drivers are saying it is not the speed, it is not the angles, it is the car, it is too stiff, it is taking too much of the impact and sending it through the driver. Now, I don't understand why NASCAR will not listen to the drivers on a safety issue. I don't know why they keep insisting that, oh, it's not the car, it's, they're wrecking at different angles at higher speeds. This car is slower than previous cars that they have raced, so I don't understand NASCAR's argument there. And hitting at different angles, that's really a super lame excuse, because for the most part, NASCAR Cup cars have wrecked in every possible angle they could wreck in, and these drivers that are in their 40s, late 30s, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch in this particular situation, have been in these type of wrecks, and they said the older cars, they didn't feel as bad an impact as they did with these cars. So I wish NASCAR would stop just giving the company line, pull their head out of the sand, and actually look at this car, some of the adjustments they could make on it to keep these drivers safe, because that is a bigger deal. Without brand name drivers, without drivers these younger kids have grown up watching, without drivers we've all grown up watching, NASCAR as a sport is going to take a big hit if we can't keep the drivers safe and in the car. I mean, Kurt Busch is a classic example. Kurt Busch, one of the big fan favorites, couldn't keep him in the car because this car is too stiff, too rigid, and sends too much feedback through the car. NASCAR really needs to take a look at this and fix this. And Kevin Harvick is super unhappy with the response time on NASCAR with this. So going forward, NASCAR needs to get a hold of this, pull their head out of the sand, stop denying that it's a problem, and fix the car. And finally, from Bob Pockrass once again, crew chief news. Justin Alexander tells me he won't return as Austin Dillon's crew chief next year. Alexander said it was his decision, and he hasn't made a decision on what he will do in 2023. So there you have it. It seems like every time RCR takes a step forward, somebody leaves the organization. So RCR has had a great season this year, 3 wins, both cars in the playoffs. But we know after next year, after the end of next year, they're losing Tyler Reddick. And it looks like this year they are losing Justin Alexander. So every time they seem to be going in the right direction, they lose key members. So hopefully they can replace Justin Alexander and eventually Tyler Reddick with people who are at least equal in talent so that they can keep going in the positive forward momentum. But that is it. That is all I've got for you today. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe down below. If you got a comment or question, leave it down in the comment section. I'll get to as many as I can. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.